IEBC Chairman Isaack Hassan has filed his response to the court petition as the second listed respondent. In his response filed by the Iseme Kamau and Maome advocates, Hassan insists that the election did not deviate from the normative procedure and that it was neither a sham nor a travesty. Hassan maintains that the peaceful nature of how the election was conducted and the high turnout was a true depiction of the integrity of the electoral process. He says that the court petition failed to satisfy the evidential threshold to validate the assertions. Hassan says, and I quote, "The constitutional threshold for invalidating a presidential election under Article 140 has not been met. A bare complaint cannot be the basis of nullifying a presidential election." He urges the court to put to consideration the public interest test, the proportionality test, and the harm test while reaching its determination on the matter, arguing that Odinga was advancing a narrow private right, cleverly disguising it as a public right. He points out that Odinga did not concede defeat in the 1997 election, that of 2007, and the latest of 2013, and that it is not the business of the court to sympathize or empathize with the petitioner's claims. Hassan argues that the move by Raila to have the court roll back 8 months of the electoral process and give him a chance at the presidency is selfish and meant to scuttle provisions of the constitution and to overturn the will of the people. Hassan also adds that the use of the BVR kits and the electronic voter identification devices as a benchmark to discredit the electoral process is baseless, bearing in mind that it is the Kenyan government through the Prime Minister's office and Treasury that procured the equipments for the IEBC. Hassan also points out that voter registration was conducted pursuant to the law and that Raila Odinga participated in the process without raising any substantial objections. Meanwhile, the Jubilee Coalition has also filed a response to the court petition. In the submissions, President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta has praised the IEBC for conducting the entire process with remarkable diligence and as per the constitution, despite the challenges they faced. He argues that the over 800,000 margin between him and Raila Odinga was an outright indication of the outright resolve of the Kenyan people to exercise their sovereign will. Uhuru argues that Raila, Mudhama and their agents have repeatedly engaged in hate speech and incitement in violation of the constitution. Uhuru argues that the statements seem intent on provoking a constitutional leadership crisis that will enable Raila to negotiate his way to government. Uhuru argues that Raila demonstrates that he would only consider an election free and fair and democratic if he were declared the winner. In so doing, Uhuru urges the court to reject the petition. Deputy President-elect William Ruto has also asked the Supreme Court to dismiss the petition, saying it lacks the legal and factual basis to invalidate the presidential polls. For JSWAT 7, I'm Shem Oluchiri.